Hello everyone. The main content of our study today is the understanding and prevention of tea mite pests. Mites belonging to the phylum Arthropoda arachnida, Acari, in which the agriculturally related phytophagous mites mainly harm the tender stems, leaves, sheaths, buds of plants, and the processed products of agricultural products, are important pests in agriculture. Many species also transmit plant diseases. The best characteristics of mite pests. Mites are usually oval, or oval small, or micro animals. The main differences with insects are as follows. The body segments are not obvious, with no division of head, chest, or abdomen, 3 segments. Wingless, without antenna, without compound eye. The adults have 4 pairs of feet, 2 pairs. There are 4 stages of metamorphosis: egg, larva, nymph, and adult. The body of the mite is divided into 2 parts, namely a jaw and a body. The body is divided into a foot body and a terminal body by a cervical suture. The foot body is divided into a forefoot body and a hindfoot body. The forefoot body is the part for bearing the first and second pair of feet. The hindfoot body is the part for bearing the third and fourth pair of feet. The rear part of the hindfoot body is the terminal body, separated from the hindfoot body by a hindfoot suture. Some scholars divide the body into a front half and a rear half. The front half body includes jaw body and forefoot body, while the rear half body includes hindfoot body and terminal body. The external genitalia of male mite is mainly male stem, and the external genitalia of male and female are mainly equipped with mating sac, reproductive pore, or reproductive valve. What are the main families for mite pests? Among mites, families related to tea trees mainly include Tetranicidae, Lepidoptera, Photosidae, and Carnivora. The first 2 are harmful mites that harm the tea trees. The latter 2 are beneficial mites that prey on harmful mites. First, look at the body of Tetranicidae. Tetranicidae is round or oval with changing colors, including brown, orange, green, yellow, red, or bright red, etc. Female adult mite body length 0.3 to 0.5 millimeters. There are 1 pair of eyes on both sides of the back of the forefoot. There are 14 or 15 pairs of dorsal, setae, and retroanal hair. There are various shapes of bristles on the tarsus. Female mites have 7 bristles, and males have 6 bristles. The genital foramen is transversely split. Tetranicus coffey and Tetranicus shenze are both Tetranicidae. Next, Tenui palpidae. The body of Tenui palpidae is quite small and flat. Adult mites' body length is 0.2 to 0.4 millimeters and are mostly bright red. Some have yellowish or opalescent color. They have 2 pairs of eyes with 10 to 18 pairs of dorsal bristles. There are no bristles on the joints of the first to second pair of feet. The tarsal claws are sometimes asymmetrical. The length and number of the above 2 rows of sticky bristles are often different. The claws are straight, with 2 rows of sticky hairs. Then, Phytosidae. The body length of Phytosidae is 0.3 to 0.6 millimeters. Elliptical, white or pale yellow. There are 2 fork claw bristles on the tarsal joints of the required limbs. Backboard is complete, with less than 20 pairs of integral bristles. There is a large ventral anal plate on the ventral side of male and female adult mites. Predation is the natural enemy of agricultural harmful mites. Compared with other carnivorous mites, it has no significant self-mutilation and can be artificially propagated with pollen and sugar water. Has great potential for utilization. Finally, let's take a look at carnivorous Acaridae. Carnivorous Acaridae, wide family, oval or long tube shape. 0.2 to 0.8 millimeters body length, yellow or red, obvious distinction between jaw and body, crystalline eyes or no eyes. Dorsal setae is bristle-shaped, hammer-shaped, rod-shaped, fan-shaped, and pectinate. Foot tarsus generally has 2 claws and claw processes, with no sexual sucker. Male reproductive foramen is sometimes located on the back, generally preying on other mites and insects on the ventral side. What are the generality of tea tree mites? The harm of mites in common tea trees is that the production of tea in the world is reduced by about 5% all the year round. The serious ones can reach 25% to 30%. In China, the main harmful mites are Acaplerylanthe, Calcareous carinatus, and Polyphagotarsonemus latus banks. The species and degree of harmful mites vary from tea area to tea area. Among them, Acaplerylanthe and Calcareous carinatus are more common, and Polyphagotarsonemus latus banks is more serious in Sichuan tea area. Then we will learn about Acaplerylanthe and Calcareous carinatus. Acaplerylanthe or tea leaf gall mite, Calcareous carinatus or Lepidoptera gigantea, tea purple gall mite, tea purple rust mite, tea purple spider. Both are acariforms, Eriophidae. They are distributed in all tea-producing areas throughout China, and the two often occur mixed. The annual occurrence algebra of Acaplerylanthe varies from tea area to tea area. Occur for more than 20 generations a year in the Yangtze River Valley and 30 generations in Taiwan. Calcareous carinatus occur for more than 10 generations a year in the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River, with a peak period from July to October. Acaplerylanthe produce a large number of parthenogenetic eggs scattered on the back of the leaves, mostly in the depression of the lateral veins, and are mostly concentrated on the upper old leaves before spring tea. In the spring tea period, the density was the highest on the tender leaves and the upper old leaves. In the summer tea period, the density of young leaves and spring leaves is the highest. In the autumn tea period, the adult leaves are usually retained in spring, and the density is the highest in spring and summer leaves. There are also many young leaves. Meteorological factors have obvious effects on the occurrence of Acaplerylanthe and Calcareous carinatus. As for Acaplerylanthe, the average temperature is 18 to 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is more than 80%. The overall expansion of the tea buds is beneficial to them. As for Calcareous carinatus, they damage most of drought season. Heavy rain is disadvantageous to them. Different tea varieties have some differences in resistance to these two kinds of mites: high degree of keratinization of leaf epidermis, low stomatal density with more hairs, and varieties with high caffeine and amino acids in leaves. The number of Acaplerylanthe is relatively less. The main natural enemies of Acaplerylanthe are ladybugs, sandflies, lacewings, predatory mites, etc. Finally, let's learn about the prevention and control methods of tea tree pest mites. 1. Strengthen plant quarantine. Strictly prevent mite seedlings from being taken out of the garden, especially Oligonichus coffea. 2. Strengthen the management of the tea garden. Apply sufficient base fertilizer and additional fertilizer. Pay attention to the removal and treatment of fallen leaves and weeds. Do a good job in drought resistance and drought prevention. Promote the robust growth of tea trees and improve stress resistance ability. 3. Pick the affected tea garden in batches. Appropriately increase the picking times and pick in time. 4. Biological control. To breed predatory mites or mite-eating ladybugs to control the mites population in the tea garden. 5. Chemical control. Start checking from late April. Use medicine before the peak. In the tea growth season, we can use appropriate chemicals control. At the end of the tea season in autumn, we can spray chemicals. Besides, as for Oligonichus coffea and Polyphagotarsonemus latus, we should pay close attention to the prevention and control of pest occurrence centers. That is the content of this lesson. See you!